Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel and you're watching Miguel EDC. Today we're going to be doing a review on this little guy right here, the UrbanEDC Supply and Divo knives Barley. This is a slip joint knife, the first one in the channel as a matter of fact. So I am very excited to tell you guys all about this knife. In this video we're going to be doing an overview and review off of this knife. I got a chance to unbox this little guy here about a week or so ago in the channel, and I've been EDCing it since, and I'm ready to go ahead and share my thoughts with you. This knife is part of the Knife Pass Around with Lefty EDC, and I'm super grateful for the opportunity to be able to share, to be able to go over this knife with you all and tell you guys all the details here. So check it out right here in its open form. There will be affiliate links down below. Again, I'm very happy to check out this review version here for you. This is the prototype for this knife, so we'll get into it as far as pricing, availability, all the details, everything that you need to know. So every knife that you see in this video will be linked down below, so if you want to check out more information, check the description for those affiliate links that help out the channel at no extra cost to you. That being said, let's talk the Barley, right? The Barley, this nice slip joint going on here. Let's start things off here with a quick size measurement. This is not the longest knife by any stretch, and no, I cannot use my clipper for that. It's worth a shot though, worth a shot. So let's see, we have around 7, was that almost 7? Not quite, it is 6 and 3/4 right there total length. The actual blade is going to be, whoops, butterfingers. Actual blade is going to be around 3.2 inches. The cutting edge is going to be around 2.8. Maybe like 2.6, 2.8 inches right there on the cutting edge, and the handle is going to be 4 inches on the dot right there, 4 inches. So those are your basic measurements right there. What are we dealing with on this guy? Well, slip joint traditional folding knife, first of all, first in the channel, so I'm super excited for that. We have M390 steel going on the blade, a very interesting sheep's foot style geometry going on. This is I think I call it a hollow grind, but honestly the more I've used it, the more it feels like a flat grind. You do have a bell satin finish right there, which looks super sexy and attractive, and I love it. And you have a very long fuller here, which makes the pinch grab action here super easy. You could pretty much grab anywhere along the blade. You'll get a good grip regardless of where you pinch, which is good, and that is nice. And on both sides, which is pretty cool there. Aside from that, we have a titanium handle going on. This one is an anodized blue. I do believe they are offering 3 different options. They're offering this blue anodized titanium. They have an all blacked out version and a just plain titanium silver version. So this one is rocking the UrbanEDC specific, I believe it's called Segaha design pattern right there with the waves. I believe these are like the sea waves or maybe the clouds. I'm not sure, but that is present there on both sides. The blacked out version also has the same pattern, and only the silver, plain titanium one is simple, plain all throughout. Very small size factor on this guy, if that isn't already obvious enough. So we'll do some size comparisons. Here is the PM2, right? The typical knives for comparisons here on the channel, pair 3 right there. Definitely these are going to be much bigger than the little guy. It goes without saying, we didn't expect any less. The Demko AD 20.5 looks big next to this guy. All right, check it out on both blade shapes. The clip point on top, the shark's foot at the bottom. One of my favorite knives of all time, as a matter of fact. Demko AD 20.5. The Wrap Model 1, which of course is going to be a behemoth of a knife, and we have the Wrap Model 2, and it might be actually smaller than the Wrap Model 2. So when you know we're dealing with a knife that is smaller than the Wrap Model 2, then you know we're dealing with a small guy here, right? So that is, again, the Barley. It is a traditional slip joint. It is going to be the small factor. And let's toss in these two, because why not? I have them here with me now, and I will be sending these back soon. The EMP EDC Ronin and the EMP EDC Nymble XV2. So those are pretty awesome right there. Check out the reviews I just dropped on both of these knives. They are pretty sweet, very fidgety, awesome EDC knives. And there you go. That about sums it up for size comparison. So obviously it was no secret that this was going to be a small guy, as typically slip joints are, right? Typically traditional knives are a little bit on the smaller side, more packable, if anything. So the walk and talk, let's see. First of all, the pull on this guy is kind of like a 5.5 perhaps. Have the half stop right there, right? Half stop and full stop, okay? And the closing here is pretty nice and satisfying. I'm gonna let you guys hear it a little bit. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Well, there you have it. Very satisfying and reliable walk and talk. The spring in the back here, steel spring in the back, it's very nice and flush. Like the actual finish on this thing, if the camera wants to focus, that would be perfect. Yeah, there's just so well done. There's no seams or cracks or lines anywhere. You can see the materials because obviously they are different colors, but you know, as far as how they fit together, this is a very flawless construction there. Have a little bit of a pin in the back for the lanyard solution going on there, so no lanyard holes exposed anywhere. Typically slip joints don't have any sort of lanyard solution, but this one does, which is nice. You're getting more bang for the buck right there, which is always a good thing. Now this one comes with, well, at least I got it with this Northwood Leatherworks Co. Slip right here, which complements it so well. Check it out right there, side by side. I don't believe that this is included when you purchase the knife, but it definitely complements it really good with that blue stitching. And then bam, it just slides right in. When taking it out, you don't have to fidget with it. Just go like that, right? Let gravity do the rest. And then whoops, there it comes. All right, you can put it the other way around as well. And yeah, it's very lightweight. Something this knife has going for it is that it is very slim. Overall, super slim profile. Let's get the caliper here. Let's see, the blade stock thickness is going to be 0.09 on the blade stock. And then as far as handle and all, it's going to be 0.31 inches right there. So very slim knife, to say the least. This thing is going to be in the pocket and you're not even going to feel it. Even with the whatever leather slip you want to go with, like this right here, again, it's very light, very packable. This thing can go anywhere, you won't even notice. But at any moment's time, you got an EDC task that you need to cut, well, bam, you take out your little guy right here, open it up, boom, you're ready to get work done. Okay, so let's do some carry profiles. I mean, this thing is going to be slimmer than anything you put next to it. Even the Demko AD 20.5 looks very slim there by comparison. PM2 or Para 3, right? Those are going to look, you know, much thicker, of course. I even mentioned the, you know, Wrap Model 1 or the Wrap Model 2 for that matter. I think you guys get the idea right there. Length and height, this thing is going to be, again, very short, not very tall. So yeah, anything like a Spyderco knife, it's going to be a huge difference. Something like a Demko AD 20.5, again, these are pretty tall, right? You know, definitely longer and taller overall. And let's not even mention the Rat 1 or 2. So even the Rat 2, I feel like, if anything, because of how much the blade sticks out, maybe just about the profile of the Rat 2. There it is. Okay, some quick, you know, profile comparison right there. How is the action on this guy? I mean, the action, again, is amazing. You know, this thing opens, closes, very reliable, you know, the same sound and consistency each and every time. Ergonomically speaking, okay, you have a very comfortable grip. It is a small guy, so my pinky is going to be somewhere hanging on almost outside of the handle, but something that you do have in this knife that you don't have on a lot of slip joints from what I've seen, and I might just be getting into slip joints a little bit more into the future. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more slip joint content going forward. But this one has a forward choke, a finger choker right here, which allows you to, you know, get a, you know, a forward grip right here, bear down on it. Remember, you do have a slip joint, so you can still push on the blade, right? And things like that, but you know, it will take so much force for you to close the blade on yourself. You really won't end up doing that. Plus, anything you cut, obviously that's putting reverse pressure, you know, on the blade, pushing it back, if anything. And you have a very nice sheep's foot blade. I love me a sheep's foot blade any day of the week, and this one here is executed super well. So yeah, it's gonna be very ergonomically friendly, especially with this forward, you know, finger choke here, forward choke position. It is my favorite. Get some cuts done right there, right? When it comes time to do some utility cuts, you could do the, you know, the little grip right here, right? Get that tip to do work for you, and bam, right? Get your cuts done like that. It is just outstanding, and it cuts, right? It definitely cuts. We'll be doing a paper cutting and cardboard cutting test here towards the end of the video, but let me see, is there any milling going on? These seem to be solid scales going on both ends, so solid pieces on both sides. I don't see any milling going on either side, which is pretty neat. As far as weight goes, let's do a quick weight on this bad boy. Yeah, this thing is going to be super light. Of course, it is titanium on top of everything. So we're looking at 2.4 ounces, 2.4 ounces. Yeah, very nimble, very lightweight. No doubt about that. Of course, as usual, let's do a quick hardware check on this bad boy. And this seems like pretty large hardware all throughout, which makes me happy, puts a smile on my face. So I'm going to grab the good old T8 bit right here. And the pivot is definitely a T8. That's solid. Body screws are T8. And yeah, also on the other side, no pocket clip here. Of course, it is meant to work with a slip of some sort instead of, you know, a pocket clip. I know there are some slips that do have a pocket clip into them, so you might consider that. But yeah, I got to give it to Divo Knives and UrbanEDC, this collab right here. This is a design of Lefty EDC, Kevin Johnson. And, you know, this thing, you know, he went big hardware all around. This just tells you there is no excuse, right? There's no excuse for, you know, other companies that have much bigger knives to do smaller hardware when this little tiny guy right here, even at a small form factor, small size, can rock TA hardware all around. So that is super neat, super clean. I'm telling you, the build quality, right, definitely makes you feel like you're holding a premium piece. Nice and aligned right there, if you guys can see. Okay, you guys be the judge right there, but that is pretty spot on. Okay, I want to say this guy is on washers. It wouldn't make any sense for this to be on anything like ball bearings or nothing like that. And so, yeah, the walk and talk on this thing is just really, really good. All right, that steel spring in the back puts in work. Boom, boom. So yeah, you got a nice little convenient lightweight blade, and man, you got some style going on as well, right? UrbanEDC style going on right there. Makes it look really, really nice. You know, a very functional blade shape without a doubt that is going to put in work. I mean, this is a recipe for a very good looking slip joint, right? Absolutely going to be right on the money right there, and it's going to be very functional again with that finger chola right there. It does come on this leather pouch too, Divo knives, so that's pretty interesting and high quality right there. Leather on the knife pouch, right? Was there anything else that I missed in here? I don't think so. Okay, so not that it's gonna prove much, but we always do a paper cutting test in the channel here during the review. Yeah, that is very, very sharp. Now keep in mind, this knife has been making its rounds with all the other YouTubers that have checked out this knife before me that are part of Lefty EDC's knife pass around. But for what it's worth, let me give it a couple of cuts here, show you what it's capable of. Boom, there it is. Boom. You wanna be fast with this one. Whoosh. Gotta put that straight edge, that straight blade to work, and it is nice and well defined. I didn't feel any nicks on this guy. Let me leverage that forward chuck right there. Boom, bam, boom. It is gonna be a short blade, so and depending on how fast you go, you will run out of blade at some point. So this is no Microtech MSI or nothing, you know, but it definitely cuts, right? It gets work done. It is a laser beam based on how slim the whole blade is as a, you know, as a whole. It's a very, very slim profile. So how about some cardboard for fair measure? Absolutely. We got the flavor of the week here. Got some Huggies. And yes, we're gonna go ahead and cut. Remember, when doing cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like that. And it should look something like this. Boom. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that thing is slicing. I'm telling you, it's a flat grind and it's very, very slim, you know, stock thickness there. So you bet it's going to cut really, really well. A little bit of technique, of course, as mentioned, do it at an angle. And boom, it is certainly going to cut. Rate it in the comments from 1 through 10. All right, how sharp is this guy? It probably might need a little bit of stropping at some point, because again, it has seen, I'm sure, tons of use with all the other knife reviewers that have handled it before me. But yeah, this is pretty good, and it certainly performs. There's absolutely no doubt about that. So what is the deal with this guy? Well, currently this guy is listed on the UrbanEDC website, and I believe they have it as a pre-order. Okay, so it is the around $249. It seems to be the full price on this bad boy. However, it is actually out of stock right now, so they must have done an early drop that got sold out, and hopefully they'll be doing another restock sometime in the future. But there is the 3 different versions right there, the all black with the Segaha design as well. Then there is this blue one that we're looking at, and then there's the plain titanium one as well. So about $249 $49 on the Urban EDC website, and it is currently sold out. So hopefully they'll be dropping some more. This pre-order will be shipping early 2024 as per the website. So yeah, you would definitely see these dropping here sometime early next year, and I hope that that launch is a success and then they do a second batch and so on, because I tell you, this thing is functional and elegant, very timeless. Anytime they do a premium take on a traditional folding knives with the elements and tools and finishes and materials available this day and age, I mean, you can definitely get a very high quality piece accomplished. So I will be once again linking the Urban EDC website down there if you want to check this guy out. Chances are it might become available at some point in the future. Right now, if you're watching this video in the future, just take a look, just double check the link in the description or the top comments and see if it's in stock. But yeah, I really hope that that first launch is successful so they can continue to do more of these. All right, this is again a very good, clean, nice design, very easy and accessible blade at any time on the go, right? Very lightweight. Boom, super good. Well, there you have it, guys. There is the Divo knives and Urban EDC Barley Slipjoint. Again, the first pre-orders have closed at this point, and they'll be dropping early 2024 according to the website. So hopefully they'll open up for a batch 2 at some point in the future. This thing is pretty good. My first experience with a slip joint here in the channel has been awesome. One thing that I definitely have to get used to for sure is, you know, all the fingerprints that you'll end up with in the blade, because you know you don't open this the same way you would a modern folder, but it's pretty much a two-hand open regardless. So if you live in an area where, you know, single one-hand open knives are an issue, this being a two-hand open certainly gonna probably be a good fit for you in that scenario. And if you just like traditional knives overall and you like an elegant design with a functional blade geometry, okay, the functionality of a finger choil right there, that's gonna add tons and tons of value. The M390 steel and titanium scales, I mean, premium materials, of course, all the way around. If that's what you're looking for, I feel like this knife is definitely going to be a great fit for you. And I don't know, man, I'm tempted because I am not typically a slip joint type of guy, but I feel like this thing, you know, I feel like I've been missing out. I said it during the unboxing, and I think that I still feel the same exact way. I feel like I've been missing out a bit with slip joints. They kind of bring a different flavor to the table as far as knives and having a sharp tool with you, and they're just so elegant. They fit everywhere and they're very light. So I don't know, might be doing some more slip joints going forward. But let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about the Barley? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you dislike it? All right, let me know in the comments. I personally am very impressed. It is done in a very high quality here. Again, that bell satin finish right there on the blade looks really, really savage. And this is my type of blade style right here. Sheep's foot, Warncliffe all day. That is my style of knife and blade geometry. So if you made it to this point in the video, guys, smash that like button for more content like this on a daily basis. Do make sure to subscribe down below so this channel can grow and I can bring more awesome content, more knife, more EDC gear like this to you on an ongoing basis. If you want to support the channel a step further, please make sure to check out the Patreon link down below. You can support the channel for as little as $1 a month. If you made it to the end, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for hanging out with me until the end here. I love you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.